Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia here from English Prep Class, and today's video I'll basically be talking about summarized written tests. I want you to stay with me to the end of this video so you know what the summarized written test is about and how you can write this particular task in your exam and pass, okay? Okay, so summarized written test is the first task in the PTE writing. The PTE writing is the second module of the PTE exam, which comes immediately after the PTE speaking. PTE speaking is the first module, so the PTE speaking and the PTE writing are the session 1 of the exam. So immediately after the speaking, you get to the writing, and the first task you see in the writing is a summarized written test. Now, this summarized written test is just a simple task that you have 1 or 2 on exam day. Now, what they expect of you, or the instruction you're given for this summarized written test, is that you summarize a passage or 1 or 2 paragraphs, as the case may be, sometimes 3 or 4. You summarize it just in 1 sentence and between 5 to 75 word counts. Now, what happens here is they're going to show you the word count, your word count, the number of words you have written in the box. That's what Pearson does. So it's easy for you to know the number of words you have written. Now, for this task, you're given 1 or 2 on exam day. Prior to this time, before the updates that started on the 16th of November, you had about 2 or 3 of these tasks on exam day. But now, after the update, it's just 1 or 2. So that means that sometimes you see 1, another time you can see 2 on your exam day. And you're given 10 minutes for each one. That is, if you're given 1, 10 minutes. 10 minutes to read the passage and 10 minutes to summarize the passage in just 1 word and not more than 75 word counts. If you're given 2, you'll be given 20 minutes. That's 10 minutes each for this task. So it's very easy. This task is a writing task. However, it also adds score to your reading module. So it's very important you write this task very well, or you handle it very well, so you get out scores for both your writing and your reading modules. What is expected of you for this summarized written test is simple. Just summarize the passage in a sentence. The sentence will not be a simple sentence. Now, this brings me to the other video I just did, the last video I did on my channel, which is sentence structure. Please guys, if you haven't watched that video, what are you waiting for? Because in this task, or for this task, this summarized written test, you would need a good knowledge of sentence structure for you to be able to do this task. Now, people say copy and paste. Copy and paste end bad, okay? They end bad, but you can actually configure the sentence yourself by using a mixture of complex compound, not simple now, complex compound structure, and that will give you a high marks for the exam. Just imagine if you're given 2 of these tasks. A knowledge of the sentence structure will help you write very good paragraph and get a high score. What you basically actually need to do here for this task is you need to summarize the text or the passage before you. Now, there could be 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, or 3 paragraphs, sometimes even up to 5. And what you basically need to do is get sentences, either the sentences that start each paragraph, and link them together with linking words. Sometimes you can use words like although, however, furthermore, in addition, despite. Those words are conjunctions. Some of them are called the transitional adverbs, like however is a transitional adverb. You can use those words to just link the words together. Remember, you're going to start with a capital letter intentionally and put a full stop at the end. If you fail to do it this way, you might not get a sentence, which is instruction, and you might not get your score. What is expected of you for this summarized written test is simple. Just summarize the passage in a sentence. The sentence will not be a simple sentence. Now, this brings me to the other video I just did, the last video I did on my channel, which is sentence structure. Please guys, if you haven't watched that video, what are you waiting for? Because in this task, or for this task, this summarized written test, you would need a good knowledge of sentence structure for you to be able to do this task. Now, people say copy and paste. Copy and paste end bad, okay? They end bad, but you can actually configure the sentence yourself by using a mixture of complex compound, not simple now, complex compound structure, and that will give you a high marks for the exam. Just imagine if you're given 2 of these tasks. A knowledge of the sentence structure will help you write very good paragraph and get a high score. Another thing that I will also tell my students, or I always tell my students, is this. Try to paraphrase if you can, but to be on the safe side, you can still use the words of the passage. This is because this is a computer-based exam. I remember when I first started learning computers back then, back in the day. They say whatever you give to the computer is what it gives back to you. So to be on the safe side, especially if you're not good with spellings, if you're not good with grammar, because grammar has some structures that you need to know, all you need to do is just use the same words that are in the passage, enough of those words, like keywords in the passage, and then form your sentence with it. Remember, not a simple sentence. Try to form a mixture of complex compound sentence. That will give you more marks. And you can do that by linking those sentences from from each of the paragraphs, either the beginning paragraph and the end paragraph. If you're just giving one paragraph, either the beginning sentence or the end sentence, and link them together with linking words like although, however, furthermore, in addition. These are the kind of words you need to use to link up the sentences together. Now remember, if you just write a sentence and there are no conjunctions or transitional adverb, it's not going to make sense. So what I would say, bring two sentences either from the first paragraph and from the first sentence and the last sentences, and add them together, and then you get a good score. And remember, immediately after writing, put a full stop. The ending is the only place that is expected to have a full stop. If you put a full stop any other place and continue to write, then you have defeated the purpose of just the sentence. You will not get your score. So once you start with a capital letter, by the time you finish, put a full stop to it, and then you get your answer. So that's it for the summarized written test. I'm just going to do a little recap of what I have just said. So for this task, this is the first task in your exam. You have one or two of these tasks on exam day, and each one, if you're giving one, is 10 minutes. If you're giving two, 10 minutes each, that is 20 minutes. And for this task, you're expected to summarize a passage in just a sentence. That means that you need to write a mixture of complex compound sentences using conjunctions like however, although, and the rest of them, just to add your sentences together to make it a sentence. Okay, so these are the things you need to know for this task. And also remember to start with a capital letter, and the only place that is expected to have a full stop in that sentence is the end, when you have finished writing. Because if you put full stop any other place and continue to write, then you have defeated the purpose of the task or the instruction given to you that you should the passage in a sentence. And another thing you also need to add to know here, use keywords. Let there be a lot of keywords from the passage in your in the sentence you have formed. Okay guys, I hope I'm able to share the few tips that you need to know on the summarized written test. Now, I'm not sharing slides today, or I didn't share slides today because I just wanted to talk through those things, and so you can understand how simple it is. Because some people say when I share slides, I make it look like it's difficult. No, sharing slides is just a simple way to express it out so that you understand it better. So I hope you're able to understand the things I have shared today on the summarized written test. This is a very important task because it's going to add scores to both your PTE writing and your PTE reading. Before I forget, Merry Christmas, okay? And make sure you stay safe. You can find me on Instagram. Follow me there too at English_prep class, and on Facebook at English Prep Class. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? There are a lot of content that can help you. Even if you're not writing the Pearson test of English, it can help you to learn how to put your sentences together, learn just basic English language that you can speak or even share with your kids. I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Stay safe. Bye.